Despite Jill Roberts' impact as a Ghostface, the character expressed little interest in the lore of the universe she was hoping to steal fame from. Her accomplice, Charlie Walker, seemingly had more knowledge on the world of Stab that they were duplicating in 2011. But if Jill knew about the killers who came before, what was her opinion on them? Or specifically, what did she feel about the original Ghostface, Billy Loomis? Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Beyond the Mask, where today we're taking a deep dive into some Scream lore and discussing what exactly Jill Roberts thought of Billy Loomis and the Ghostfaces who came before her. Before I go any further, this video is a lore-based video that takes extracts from my upcoming Scream novels. As most of you are aware, I've been turning the Scream movies into much needed novelization adaptations to help expand some of the lore, as well as adding some tiny aspects that may just clear some much wondered questions up. Truthfully speaking, I haven't updated anything on this as I've been in negotiations with Spyglass regarding the release of these novels, and I'm happy to announce we have made progress and that they are happy with the general concept of what I'm trying to do. The next step is negotiations once again with Amazon to see if they will continue to work as a distributor for the novels. Now, all that legality aside, there's going to be several novels from this Scream series. The main series will mostly translate from the movies and add extra scenes that were cut and so on. However, a spin-off novel that will be released between Scream 1 and 2 will be a book I'm currently working on, which will reveal some of the lore and backstory of the Ghostfaces from the franchise. The book's working title is Beyond Ghostface, from Billy and Stu all the way up to the Bailey family. It will help expand the story and provide a lot of detail that is just missing from the movies. Plus, we will get to see things from the killer's perspective in certain scenes. All of these will be available to you guys very soon. Once Amazon has responded, I'll be announcing stuff over on my channel. But pushing all this aside, today's video is an extract from my Beyond Ghostface novelization and sheds some light on Jill Roberts' opinion on Billy Loomis. This extract is from the early days of Jill and Charlie's plan. Jill was wanting fame, but it was the discussion about Billy with Charlie that cemented what her actual plan should be. So without further ado, let me read to you guys. Charlie continued to place the photos in front of Jill, his eyes eager, engaging, like a teacher that was finally teaching his student a topic that would likely benefit them the most. Charlie pointed at a photo of a young man. He was slightly rugged looking, sporting dark brown hair and deep brown eyes. Mickey Altieri, a personal favourite of mine, said Charlie. Jill's eyes glanced down at Mickey, a vacant stare. Charlie never moved his eyes from Jill. He was engrossed with her, obsessed with her. Jill knew this, yet she kept her cool. After all, Charlie was the only one who knew the real her. I mean, Mickey wanted fame too. He wanted a trial and basically to become the new Jeffrey Dahmer, said Charlie. I still fixed on Jill. Jill rolled her eyes somewhat. She looked at the pile of photos that Charlie had and noticed the top photo instantly. She picked it up. Charlie seemed giddy somewhat. A gesture from Jill seemingly confirmed her interest in the topic. Jill held the photo close and observed the man before her. He was handsome and seemingly had a great darkness behind his eyes. Billy Loomis, confirmed Charlie. Jill interrupted instantly. I know who he is. She stared at Billy's photos deeply, like there was some sort of understanding she was clinging to, or an understanding she wasn't quite grasping. He started it all, technically speaking, ruined Sydney's life and all. Jill placed the photo down. He was, Charlie begun. A true psycho, finished Jill. Charlie seemed somewhat impressed. He smiled slightly and nodded. Jill stood up and walked towards the photo hanging on the wall, a family photo. It was of her and her mother, Kate Roberts. The problem with psychos is that nobody really loves them, said Jill, full of hatred. Her face was somewhat distorted from the angelic demeanour she had previously. So many killers, but only one thing was consistent, she stated as she turned back to Charlie. He was hanging on to every word. Like he knew where she was going with this, but he really just wanted her to say it. Replacing Billy like all the rest have tried to do won't get me anywhere, begun Jill. No, What the audience loved most, she leaned forward and pulled a photo from the pile and presented it to Charlie, a photo of Sidney Prescott, survivor of the past 3 Ghostface attacks. A true victim, said Jill. Just look at survivors of attacks all over, she stated. They get talk show interviews, they're the ones who get little remembrance plaques in their honour. Charlie smiled. He took in every single word that fell out of Jill's mouth. Jill grabbed the photos of the previous Ghostfaces and carried them to a trash bag on the door handle. She looked at them all and shoved them inside the bag, before returning to Charlie and pushing forward the photo of Sidney. This is what I want, said Jill, with a seductive stare on her face towards Charlie. He smiled at her and said, So how are we going to do this? Jill smiled, a simple yet somehow destructive smile that shared a peek into her soul, a darkness that was oozing to come out. She was going to have her moment, and she knew exactly how she was going to get it. Jill's infatuation with wanting to be like Sidney Prescott is a huge defining moment for her. Her observation of how similar the Ghostfaces who followed Billy were, and how none of them truly became famous, more infamous, is what prompted her to decide to become Sidney in the end. This was always her plan, but this brief moment highlighted how Jill manipulated Charlie into believing he was relevant in the decision-making process. After all, she presented the photo of Sidney only, so the hint at her actual plan was there. But Charlie was so in awe of Jill, he failed to read between the lines. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more Scream related videos on the way. When considering Scream 4, always remember, it's never been about killing you, it's about becoming you.